What I'd like you to do is take a moment to get comfy. This is a relaxation. So set yourself up in a way that allows you to rest, that allows you to open your senses to what's really here in a way that can bring your body into a state of relaxation while the mind does all of its busy things. So allowing yourself that bit of extra care, that little bit of extra comfort that you might need. Make the small adjustment until you feel just right, just so. And for this relaxation, I really want to emphasize very simply the intention of noticing what's arising and noticing what's needed and what may be unnecessary. And doing that, let's start by noticing what you're arriving with right now, what your morning has brought to you. Noticing physically how you're feeling. Noticing emotionally what's here. And also noticing the thoughts. So simply taking an internal weather check of the body, the emotions and the thoughts to see what's here without trying to change them. Just allowing them to be here. And as we move into the relaxation, to also allow yourself, give yourself full permission to simply be here, knowing that at this very moment in time, you are reasonably safe, reasonably secure, that actually you are connected in the world. So remembering that deep within us is this inner sanctuary, this safe place. I just wanted to share some words from a little book I read a year or so ago called The Sound of a Wild Snail Eating by Elizabeth Tover Bailey. And it was about, she had an illness that meant she was bedstricken, and someone brought her a pet snail. And she said, each morning there was a moment before I had fully awakened when my mind still groped in its clumsy way back to consciousness, my body not yet remembered, reality not yet acknowledged. The moment was always full of pure, sweet, uncontrollable hope. I did not ask for this hope to come. I did not even want it, for it trailed disappointment in its wake. Yet there it was, hovering with me, hope that my illness had vanished with the night and my health had returned magically with daybreak. But the moment always passed. My eyes opened and reality flooded in. Nothing had changed at all. Then I thought of the snail. I'd look for the tiny earth-coloured creature. Usually it was back up in the flower pot asleep, its familiar shape reminding me that I wasn't alone. And I was reading it really to bring us into that awareness, that the simplicity of life, the simplicity of our connection to life, that's always present, even when our thoughts and emotions are taking us elsewhere. So in this relaxation, to stay with noticing the simplicity of how life is showing up, is it possible to rest back for a moment and to allow your different senses to open to life's offering? To feel the very physicality of your body, sitting or lying in this space, held by the floor or the seat or the cushion, with the force of gravity inviting it to relax even more. Perhaps also noticing the sounds. And maybe the sound of my voice, but perhaps there's other sounds around you to acknowledge. And even with your eyes closed, what are you seeing? Perhaps you can sense light, as well as other images that are moving around your mind. And even opening the senses of smell and taste. Opening in such a way that our normal filtering isn't getting in the way, isn't getting tense and contracted, but instead we're resting, as if we'd opened ourselves up to the sun shining on us. Opening all our senses to how life is moving through us right now. Let your attention for a moment drop into the area of your mouth. Can you feel the sensations in your mouth? Be curious, as if you've never paid attention to your mouth before. Bringing your attention to the subtleties of sensation. Notice the tongue. You feel the tip of the tongue. Perhaps it's touching the roof of your mouth or your teeth or your gum. The moisture or the dryness on the surface of your tongue. You sense underneath the tongue. The lower gums and teeth. Can you come close to them, feel how they touch the inside of the cheeks and the lips? And the top of your mouth, the gums, the teeth, how they also touch. And noticing, sensing, feeling the space of the mouth. And as best you can, sensing it rather than thinking it. Now's the time to let go of concept and to drop fully into the sensation of your mouth. To the back of the throat. Can you feel your way to the side, your left, of the left ear, the left inner ear? Can you feel the whole kind of tunnels and caves and move out towards the folds and the valleys of the outer ear? Can you feel it, the gentle pulsing of life? And moving that attention to the right inner ear, to the inner architecture, moving out to the folds and valleys of your right ear. Again, sensing that gentle, soft pulsation of life through your right ear. Allow that attention to move to the back of your head. Perhaps it's in contact with a cushion or the floor. And let that attention move to the top of your head. Just noticing what's here. And to your forehead. Can you feel the gentle, tiny muscles of your forehead. How maybe as you bring your attention to them, there's a gentle release. Letting the muscles on your left forehead release down to your left temple. And your right forehead releasing down to your right temple. To let that awareness move to the right eyebrow, and the left eyebrow, to the right eye and eye socket, and the left eye and eye socket. Feeling the subtle tensions and perhaps noticing the subtle release as your attention rests here for a moment in the eyes, and perhaps dropping behind the eyes. You find your way into your nasal cavities, the inner feelings of your nose. Perhaps sensing the end of your nose and the air moving in and out, the coolness and the warmth. As you move down towards your lips, sense into the whole of the lip area, the upper lip, the lower lip. Feel the dryness or the dampness of your lips and of your left cheek and your left jaw, releasing any tension, any unnecessary tension. And your right cheek and your right jaw, letting go. And noticing for yourself what's arising as you bring your attention to these areas, the whole of the head now, in your awareness. Remembering as we hold this awareness, there's a deep inner place of safety, of security, of connection that's available through this practice. The whole of the head gently pulsing with life, at ease, at rest. Dropping down your neck into your left collarbone. Letting your attention move to your left shoulder, your left upper arm, left elbow, left forearm, left wrist, left hand, and to the sensations at the end of your fingers on your left hand. Can you feel life moving through? The body doing what it knows best. The whole of your left shoulder and arm and hands resting at ease. While you notice this whole field of sensation. And of course your mind may wander. When it does, notice that. Notice what is present. You can name it as present. The thought about whatever is present. And then let your mind come back, invite it back to wherever we are. And bringing it now to the right collarbone, the right shoulder, the right upper arm, the right elbow, the right forearm, the right wrist, the right hand, and the tips of the fingers of the right hand. Feeling, sensing this gentle pulsation of life through the whole of the right arm. Let your attention rest with both arms in awareness, both arms at ease. The head at ease, the arms at ease. And let your attention drop to the subtle movement of the torso with each breath. Noticing the movement of the upper chest, the inhale and the release, the body releasing any unnecessary tensions, releasing what it doesn't need. Notice the mid-chest also rising and falling. The lower chest and the stomach area. And as we notice this gentle movement in the torso, inviting in the possibility of the breath becoming deeper in the belly, being led by the belly. Allow yourself to take 3 deep breaths, 3 deep inhales followed by some nice slow exhales, 3 times in your own time. And then letting the breath do what it needs to do. Aware of life coming and going in this movement of the breath. Life always staying here, in fact, but our awareness of it coming and going. Dropping into the hips and the pelvic area. Releasing any unnecessary tension. Sense into your left hip. Feel the left hip from the inside out, not as a concept, as a felt experience. And the left thigh and upper leg. These huge muscles letting go, releasing. And the left knee. The lower left leg. Left ankle. And the left foot. Sense into the ends of the left foot toes, the toes on the left foot. Feel the aliveness in the toes, in the foot, in the lower leg, the knee, the thigh, the left hip, the whole of the left leg, a field of vibrant sensation, pulsing with life, at ease, releasing any unnecessary tension. Let your attention drop into your right hip, right to the inside of that hip, to release what's not needed. To the right thigh, the right knee, the right lower leg, the right foot, and the toes of the right foot, the very ends of the toes of the right foot. Notice how life is showing up here. In the right foot, the right lower leg, the right knee, the right upper leg, and the right hip. Sensing the whole field of sensation of your right leg. And feeling both legs together at the same time. This body, the whole of your body in your awareness, as a universe in its own right. Can you feel the 1 quadrillion cells that make up this body? The 400 billion molecules that are part of each cell. The trillions of atoms. Can you feel the subtle sensations of this body doing what it knows how to do, without needing your mind or your emotions involved? And as we notice the body and this life force of the body, notice too how the mind tries to get a hold, how it comes in to try and think. It even likes to think that it's thinking or to notice that it's noticing. Acknowledge the mind. But gently bring back your attention to this physical sensation of the body, to the movement of the breath. Resting in the space of this life force that we call the body. Letting go of anything unnecessary right now. We share the words that we've shared before, but they just ring so true, by Sapphire Rose. She let go. She let go without a thought or a word. She let go. She let go of the fear. She let go of the judgments. She let go of the confluence of opinions swarming around her head. She let go of the committee of indecision within her. She let go of all the right reasons, wholly and completely, without hesitation or worry. She just let go. She didn't ask anyone for advice. She didn't read a book on how to let go. She didn't search the scriptures. She just let go. She let go of all the memories that held her back. She let go of all the anxiety that kept her from moving forward. She let go of the planning and all the calculations about how to do it just right. She didn't promise to let go. She didn't journal about it. She didn't write the projected date in her day timer. She made no public announcement and put no ad in the paper. She didn't check the weather report or read a daily horoscope. She just let go. She didn't analyze whether she should let go. She didn't call her friends to discuss the matter. She didn't do a 5-step spiritual mind treatment. She didn't call the prayer line. She didn't utter one word. She just let go. No one was round when it happened. There was no applause or congratulations. No one thanked her or praised her. No one noticed a thing. Like a leaf falling from a tree, she just let go. There was no effort. There was no struggle. It wasn't good and it wasn't bad. It was what it was, and it is just that. In the space of letting go, she let it all be. A small smile came over her face. A light breeze blew through her, and the sun and the moon shone forevermore. She Let Go by Sapphire Rose. So noticing what it is that maybe you've been able to let go of in this time together. And maybe allowing that gentle smile to find you. A gentle smile that might be around your mouth, but it might also be a gentle smile in the heart space. A kind of an opening up to the world. So gradually become aware of the lightness of your body. And count, as on your next in-breath, count number 1. And on the next in-breath, count up to 2. Count number 2. And on the next in-breath, count the number 3. See if you can make your way up to 10. Or start again at number 1. And the in-breath and the focus on the in-breath being a helpful way to bring us back into the alertness that we might need to carry on with the day. Taking your time and allowing this quality of noticing to stay with you for the rest of the day. When we pay attention to noticing, it creates a gap between how we react to situations. It creates an opening so that we find ourselves more in a responsive mode rather than a reactive mode. It's a gentle noticing rather than a hypervigilance, a softening. So gradually starting to move your hands and your feet. Perhaps moving them in one direction and then the other, perhaps scrunching them up and releasing them again. And finding your own way into an alert state.